Come on, Pop.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
With a nasty temperament. Ice, well, his watch is working as well as ours. No, there it is.
Got your attention?
Damn!
What is the biggest ick?
People like wrestling.
You can suck my fucking dick!
Every time. It gets them fired up every time, folks. We're back. It's Thursday Night Sweet Chin Music. It's Boston Chris. It's Beckerman, and it's Pop, your host of the most here. Brings us all together. We are here to talk about WrestlePalooza this week. Maybe a brief mention, because today has been a few weeks since we've been on here. Saudi Arabian WrestleMania? Anybody?
Yeah.
Will the prices ever break in the WWE?
It's a good question. Because
let's jump into it, guys.
I was gonna say, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Saudis. That's a pretty big, it's been announced over a week ago now, but we haven't gone live since it was announced.
Yep. I mean, say you hate your fans without saying you hate your fans. All right, let's say you hate your American fans.
I think they hate not making as much money as possible. They've been talking about how Vince, it's weird. It was almost like a babyface Vince McMahon promo without Vince McMahon anywhere in sight. They're like, well, Vince wasn't ever charging his customers as much as he could because he still wanted families to come. So you guys don't people to come with their families, which you mentioned previously, Boston. I immediately thought of you because you were like, oh, I'd like to take my daughter to a show, but I also don't want to bankrupt myself.
Case in point. I mean, think about it. So actually this ties into that a little bit too, because so my initial plan when I was looking, I was like, all right, when's the next time that there's going to be a big enough show that because I don't think Raw's coming this way for a while. So I was like, all right, a show that Jey Uso would be on that would be like a multi-brand show, just because you can't really look at SmackDown as like, oh, he'll be on SmackDown definitely. Like, you don't know that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. So the Saturday show, I was like, oh, it's maybe a house show. Like, he could be at that. Turned out it's supposed to be a Saturday's main event. And they went to the city of Boston. TKO, I think, went to the city of Boston and asked them for $7 million to put the show on. Like, listen, to guarantee this show, you need to have $7 million ready to go. The city of Boston told them to kick rocks. So like, hell no. Like, it's right before Christmas. We can't go ahead and know that we're gonna make the money back on this show. Like, it's not gonna be profitable for us. We can't guarantee that. So John Cena's last match will not be in Boston. It's gonna be in Washington D.C. now because they
were the high bidder.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay the money. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I think that really TKO has a really just nasty way of doing things in the moment of that.
I think UFC fans will tell you they did the same thing.
Yeah,
with their product. And I think they did first, and now they're applying that model to this. And I read an interesting article that said TKO basically, because of that Boston situation you're talking about, they said, if you want us to bring the same show back to you again, like if you're Indianapolis and you want WrestlePalooza to come back, you're going to have to pay even more the next time.
Yeah,
like we're going to keep raising the price on you for you to keep it, or another city can steal it from you. Basically, we're gonna sell our stuff to the highest bidders, and I think ultimately the Saudis are going to be the highest bidder. They are clamoring for this because they want to become relevant. Getting WrestleMania out of America is a huge feather in their cap. Whether people realize how popular. It's not even how popular. Pro wrestling isn't a popular sports entertainment compared to a lot of bigger revenue source entertainment.
But it makes money.
And WrestleMania has a history. It's
Absolutely.
never left the country. It's never left the USA. And
Outside
now
of
they are
WrestleMania
going,
6. WrestleMania 6, they went to Canada, but they've
Which
never
is
left North
Canada.
America.
they've never
Yeah.
left North America. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. But still,
like,
that's huge to
Oh,
go to
absolutely.
take it to Saudi Arabia, and the money involved just has to be disgusting.
Oh, absolutely. And what I say is that, like, as far as, them trying to put that bidding, well, because I get it. Like, all right, so if you have like, UFC, boxing, something like that, it's not a family show. It's not a kid type thing. So yeah, you can charge more for those to see the top fighters in the world fight. Wrestling has always been a family thing. Sorry, I don't care what anyone thinks. Doesn't matter what you're going to. People have always, come as a family event. It's always been an affordable thing. Where, like, if you couldn't afford to get the ticket to see, Joe Frazier versus Ali, well, you could go to your local wrestling show and see Harley Race versus Ric Flair or something like that. Like, you could afford to do that because the tickets were cheap enough to do it. And I think, for them to really look at it and be like, well, he always priced it for families. What was he thinking? I don't know. Maybe he wants to grow this product and have a continual fan base that will keep watching. So
yeah, this doesn't seem sustainable, but it does seem like, I think this probably ends with the Saudis buying the WWE.
That's what I see too, and really, if they buy it, and I'm nothing against them doing it, like, that's fine. If you want to sell to the Saudis, that's fine. But I have I have a feeling that most of your roster is not coming along with you. They're gonna find other things to do. You're basically end up breaking up that whole roster just because anybody
the money though.
It depends. It depends on what they can do and how they want to do it. I mean, is Triple H going to relocate to Saudi Arabia to keep running this like this, or is he going to run it remotely from Connecticut? I don't think so.
But the Saudis have the kind of ridiculous money, Boston, where they can literally say, "Oh, you make $4 million a year? We'll pay you 12. How does that sound to stay?"
Yeah, I mean,
they won't go broke doing it. They have all that money set aside for trying to attract tourism. Now, here'd be the one thing. Do you think, I gotta imagine, because they always say there are multiple people who have WrestleMania streaks going, people that have gone since the first one. I think a lot of streaks end when it goes to Saudi Arabia. I don't think people are going to travel like they might, within the United States. Pop, do you see? I mean, one, who can afford it? Like, the projected prices for front row of that are going to be like $35,000. That's a
probably
ticket.
More.
So
probably
if
more.
I wanted to take my wife, it'd be $70,000 plus hotel plus flight. Now, granted, that's
national
front row,
travel.
but to even sit up top there, I mean, it's probably going to be $10,000 minimum to make this trip.
What was it? That lady that went to Randy Orton and told her, I think she said that, like, for the four of them to go to WrestleMania both nights, it cost her, I think, over $15,000. And she's like, well, it's our only show. So we said, go big, go home. Even Randy Orton was like, are you serious? Like, why that much money to come and watch us?
That's how real Randy Orton is. He's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And I mean, he said that he was embarrassed that they paid that much for that. But that's, I mean, unfortunately, I have to look at it where it's just like, if you're gonna make WWE wrestling a luxury like that, then I mean, you're gonna dilute the product. Because I mean, what's the point in watching it on television or wherever if you can't go and see it live? That was always the big deal. It's like, you know what, I can wait for it to come back around and maybe once in a while see it live.
I knew this was coming. Pop, what have you been typing?
People are saying that fans want travel to Saudi, which I think is bullshit. It's fairly easy to Saudi now. And WrestleMania was always going out of North America, it just Saudi that was first.
So are you planning on making the trip then, Pop?
Oh, he went. Oh,
He
that's a good
booted
question. Are you going all the way to Saudi Arabia to watch this?
I now need a picture of Pop dressed as Lawrence of Arabia on a camel.
I mean,
somebody can Photoshop that for me, right? Just make that happen.
If I could, would.
I
know
wouldn't.
you would, man. I was just giving you a hard time. I wouldn't either, just because it kind of ventures into my FF1 argument.
Yeah.
For the money it would cost to have it, to go there, I would rather, it would be financially irresponsible for me to do that. Like, it would be better for me to take that money and save it for my future.
Absolutely. And the thing that I say too is that, like, you know, I mean, I was lamenting potentially paying like $300-$400 to take, you know, to go with my daughter to see it on that side.
And you were thinking about it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like, oh wow.
What would have been your break point? Would you have paid $300 a ticket?
See, that's like,
you'd have been close, wouldn't you? Am I close?
I would have. Yeah. I would have thought about it and be like, all right, like, let me see if there's something a little, like, I think my breaking point would have been $250 per ticket. So if I'm paying $500 just to go and see the show, I mean, because at the end of it all, it's just. And would
these have been like lower bowl seats, mid level? Like, at what point were you like, okay, I'm not paying $250 for nosebleeds, or you know what I mean? Like, where would that seat be? I mean, obviously we know. You're not sitting in the front row. You're not sitting on the floor.
No, it would have to be probably like, I would say like so not
mid-level,
but like the tier under that, and be like, okay, if I can get these for like $250 a pop. I mean, and that I mean, obviously I'm looking to do better than that. But if it's $500 total, I'm not gonna be happy, but I'm not gonna be like,
but at that point, you from going. You would have gone.
Yeah, I probably would have went. Yeah,
and then figure you're spending another $100 to $150 in merch and food when you get there. I don't know what Boston's like. Do you guys drive places, or would you have taken public transportation?
No, public transportation. We would have got there by taking, you know, the train in and everything like that. Which that's quick. But the thing is that it would have been, you know, that would have been the thing. Like, depending on if it was $500 just to get in the door. I would tell my daughter, like, I understand you want the T-shirt. I'm not buying you the T-shirt. I spent $500 walking in. You know, now if I got it for cheaper than that, it's like, all right, like you know, if I got it in for like, let's say like $300 total, like ticket and everything, yeah, I'll get you a shirt. You know, you'll get a little merch to come home with because it's the first time. So it's like, you know, but that's the thing that I look at where it's just like, you know, if the ticket price is that high, it's just like that kind of takes away from some of the experience for that, you know, for her to be like, oh, it's your first show, let me do it big. Well, doing it big is just getting in the door. Like, that's the way it is. And you know, so I mean, for that, like I'm not a fan of how they're pricing out, how they're pricing people out of this thing. I think it's ridiculous. I actually, you know what ad they run during all the pay-per-views actually makes me very angry when I see it is that whole thing, and I think it's in Vegas, I think, one of those things where it's like, we have this stadium theater seating, and you can act like you're right there in the action. And it's like, so you mean to tell me I got to go to a movie theater or something like that to watch this on a big screen and probably pay you like $25-$30 to go ahead and watch this?
Oh, more than that. I think that's actually pretty expensive to go to that place.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, like, to put people into that, that's ridiculous. I can't abide that.
Not to compare the two, but I am look at major music stars' concerts tickets to WWE tickets too. It's the same.
But it shouldn't be, Pop. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Are you trying to compare the WWE to my gal T Swift?
Or anybody like that? I mean,
I knew that was the comparison.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but it's
her tickets are insane though. And the amount of people willing to pay it are insane. And I guess at this point they haven't had a show where people just didn't show up. And they're using this well, I think it's going to be hard because they can always flex it, right, Chris? They're using this what's it called? The model dynamic pricing. So they're not, the era of releasing all your tickets at once. Like, that's how it used to be back in the day when you would go to a wrestling show. It would be like, tickets on sale this Tuesday, and then Tuesday at noon. I even remember going to like a Ticketmaster hub, like where you could go and a person with a little Ticketmaster computer would print the tickets out and sell them to you. And it was like ours in our town was in the local grocery store. They had a Ticketmaster counter. and you could buy seats, or sometimes you would have to drive to the town that it was in and go to their stadium and line up and get them.
Yep.
There are a few different ways to do this, but all the point of that story is all the seats would release at once. When noon hit, every seat was available. There were no pre-sales. It was just, this is when it goes on sale. This is all the tickets we're going to have, and if it's sold out, it's sold out. Yep. Now they're doing this thing where they're releasing a third of the seats for the people who are paying big money.
Yep. They have the general, then they have like the VIP, and it's just like, and it's all crazy. I think that I don't like that pricing model. I have to be honest with you. Like, there's not many. The only concert I would have went to, I didn't end up going just because, I had already seen Wu-Tang like 3 times, and I love Wu-Tang, but I was just like, I just didn't really feel like going through and seeing them live when I've already seen them, live and solo, like 3 or 4 times, and I've seen each and every one of them solo on their own too. So I was like, hey, I don't really need to see this. But, at first, when they first released those tickets, they started doing that shit. And I guess they didn't sell as quickly as people thought. So then the prices came back down again and they were affordable. And I could have gone, but I didn't. But I mean, for me, like my concert going days pretty much are done. Like, there's really nobody I really care to see.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm right there with you too. I'm just too old for that.
Yeah, and it's
but
just,
let's not get down into concerts. We've talked about the affordability of WWE. Let's talk about their show this weekend, Saturday, the 20th. We've got WrestlePalooza, which is by far one of the dumbest names they've had in a while.
Well, they can thank ECW for that, because ECW, it was their show first, and that's what they try to do. They try to be that counterculture thing. But
to be fair, it's just a play off of Lollapalooza. So match number 1, we have Io Sky versus Stephanie Becker for this vacant Women's World Championship. And I think Fat Care probably wins this, right, Pop?
Yeah, I see that.
I feel like Io's had her time with it, and I feel like they kind of share fan bases. Like, Io was the gal that, all the fans that didn't like the other big names, they attached themselves to Io. They kind of helped push her a little bit. And now I think those same people are doing that with Stephanie Becker.
Yeah. And I mean, they want her on the main roster from the get-go. So, I mean, it's just like, at this point, it's just like, she's definitely the one they want to push. She's the one that, her going to NXT first, I think was kind of a bold move, but it was good because she's like, you know what, I can
strategic, strategic move. I feel like
absolutely, because she could sit. I mean, just because you throw yourself on the main roster, like you got to perform right away. Like, this way, she's like, I can get myself acclimated to this type of crowd, see what I can, and really like hone it so that when she does go up, she's already built up at, it's built and ready for her to be something big. So I think, yeah. And I think she'll definitely take the title from Io, and then see some of these feuds that people want to see with her versus other people. So I think she's going to win that.
And Papa Wheelie, who do you got in that one? Stephanie? Do you got something you're typing? We can wait. We can talk. Okay.
Oh.
Boston Chris, you got anything else to say about that match? That one, I don't know. It's fine. We've got the vacated title because Jimmy and Naomi are having a kid, so
yeah,
vacated the title.
It's a good quality match. I see the tough part with this thing too is that, like, it sounds on paper, it sounds like a solid opener. I think they'll do a good job. I just think that, maybe I think a lot of people don't give the respect to the opener that they should. Whereas, like, the opening match on a pay-per-view, it used to just be like, all right, just the lower card guys, but like the opening match has kind of made its way into like being almost like a mid card type thing. Like, you have to have some good talent on there to open the show to get people into it. So, do I think that this fills that need? Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a pretty decent match to have on there. I just think that if the card was a little stronger, they could have positioned that in maybe like a second or third, and people would really respond better. But hopefully they do a good job.
Well, next up, we've got the reuniting of the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, up against the Vision, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And I have to say, also for tag team names, I'm not a fan of the Vision. Like, I just don't like that tag team name. I don't think it's very good.
I'm going to be honest with you. That is a very Vince name. I don't care what anyone says. It's an extremely Vince name. And I know that people
just don't.
I mean, what could it? I don't even like. Do they even really need a name? I mean, honestly, it's like no, we're just a group of people together doing our thing. We don't need to be called anything. You know what I mean?
I would have been fine with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker as their name, like really, or something. The Authority, whatever. 2.0.
Yeah.
Something.
I mean,
something that's not that name. But
I see
whatever.
Pop losing his shit over there. But I'm going to tell you right now, not every faction necessarily needs a name. You could just have four badass people whipping the shit out of everybody, and then eventually come up with a name that suits them instead of we're going to call you the Vision. Like Vision of what?
I probably have a controversial opinion on this one. I feel like you could do a little more with Braun and Bronson winning this match, but I understand it's the reuniting of the Usos. They probably have to win this. But if you didn't, and you used that whole LA Knight thing with Jimmy, I would be okay with Bronson and Braun going over in this.
Yeah.
And maybe LA Knight joins the Vision.
I could see that. Do you know who I thought was going to be for the longest time? I said the fourth man was going to be Sami Zayn. I really thought that they were going to be all right. He'll turn Sammy and make him a bad guy. I mean, LA Knight joining the Vision wouldn't be terrible. I think that when it comes to that match, what would help the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, help them establish themselves better would be a clean win. No cheating, no nothing. They just clean win. They beat the Usos. Oh, it's a reunion, this and that.
No.
I mean, maybe, you don't think so? You don't think that? I mean,
I don't need that.
Saying,
I like
no
my
outside
heels getting heelish wins.
Oh, no. I want that. What I mean by clean is that, like all right, it's just them and they don't have to cheat specifically. They don't have to do anything, like maybe a distraction, whatever.
Yeah, I know what clean win means. I want them to cheat to win. I would be okay if LA Knight's been having his issues with Jimmy and Jay, and if he came in and screwed them, I would be okay with that. And then he joins the Vision and flips heel. I think it helps him. It helps Braun and Bronson, and everybody knows the Usos will eventually get their W, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't take anything off of them. Everybody's just excited that they're getting back together.
Yeah, and I think for LA Knight, I mean, it's something that he needs just because in terms of everything, like everybody, I mean, all the baby faces around him that he's been involved with that have jumped in on him. Like at this point, it's like, dude, like, what am I doing? Like you guys keep jumping. I told you not to interfere. You interfered. I told you, and then you kicked me in the face out of nowhere for no reason. So it's like, you know what? Screw this. Like, I'm with these guys now. I can see that. And it would, I mean, I think for him, like cashing in to help that stable out, cash in on how over he is with the fans. Why not?
I just want to welcome Callie Comics.
Yes.
I guess hello, Callie. I'm not as big a fan of California comics as others are. He's all right, I guess.
I was gonna say, not to go back, but it's just like just looking at that card. The EO Stephanie seems like it's the weakest. I mean, it's a strong card, but it's
at this point we have what? We have 5 matches on this thing that I can find. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they plan on adding. Will this be having commercials in it? I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, you know what's going to be funny with that is that most. So if you have Comcast, I think it's Comcast, Cox, and a few other like big places, You can't get this on your own. Like they're not ready. They're not built for it. You have to pay extra for it. So those lucky enough to go ahead and get it with the ESPN subscription that they actually have, great. Everybody else, you're gonna have to come.
I don't have to pay extra for it. It's part of my deal.
Well, it's supposed to be that for Comcast, but I guess it's not. Like, I guess Comcast had Comcast and Cox and a few others. It's like, yeah, like,
So you're saying they gave Cox the shaft?
Oh yeah, and Comcast as well.
Okay.
Because I guess they didn't negotiate it.
I fucking hate.
Sorry.
I fucking hate factions or tag teams without a team. It's fucking lazy booking by not giving them a name. I think the vision fits because we all know Braun and Bronson are the future.
All right. Well, California Comics says you owe him money. He should charge people to have him in the chat.
Well, there you go.
Well, I mean,
pop it up, Papa.
If you weren't there, it would be an empty chat. So 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Papa says the check's in the mail, so get ready. Just don't cash it for another 2 months.
Up next, we've got, and I don't know if this order is going to be the actual order. I have a feeling this could be the main event. CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Are you looking at this at Wikipedia? Because that's where I'm seeing it.
Yep, that's where I'm at too.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm seeing this correctly too.
Yep. So I'm on the same list you are because the WWE site does too many pop-ups and stuff. I didn't want to deal with all the nonsense in the videos.
Oh, commercials?
I don't want their commercials. Yeah. I mean, they're constant. They monetize literally every aspect of their business. But yeah, I want to talk about this match because I think it is interesting. They've really marketed. Pop has things to say.
Cena versus Brock is last, which pisses me off.
Okay. Well, this will be an interesting match because I feel like this will be the big pop of the night, right?
Yeah.
I think people are the most excited to see these guys go at it. It's been kind of out of character for Becky Lynch to be so afraid of somebody.
Yeah.
But what they're
like
doing with AJ Lee, I mean, it's true to her former gimmick, the whole crazy is my superpower thing. But also, it kind of reminds me of Roddy Piper. He didn't look like a monster or anything, but he would get that reaction of people being scared of him because he was crazy.
Yeah. So I have to say her craziness gimmick seemed a little corny at times, which is like, she's like, I am a, Puerto Rican from New Jersey, so I do shank people. I'm like, okay. I was like, relax, New Jack. All right, before you start saying who you shank and this and this, it's like, calm down. No, but I think that people are excited to see what she can do. Like, people definitely want to see her in the ring. I have
matches. Do you think she matches up well with Becky? At least neither one of them are tall. I like that. I feel like if she was working with a Rhea, she might have that Alexa Bliss problem.
Yeah.
Being a little too short to work with somebody taller.
Yeah, I think the only thing, so as long as they don't try to do too much because that's the thing that's gonna be tough. If they try to do a lot of technical things, maybe AJ can't keep up a little bit. But I think overall, this seems like it's gonna be more of a brawl type thing. Maybe some holds here and there to give yourself a little bit of a rest. But I think those two will match up fine. I think Becky will. Take care of her to make her look as good as possible. I really do think that basically, as far as if we're picking a winner in that, it's Punk and AJ, and they're going to do, Seth and Becky are going to do their best to make them look great. So, beat them down, but when they do that comeback, make them look like $1 million, put them over and get the fans more excited to see them, square off one-on-one.
Who do you think? I mean, unless we're going to really drag this out, I kind of feel like AJ and CM Punk win.
Oh, yeah, They have to. I feel like they go over. It makes sense, just because
Probably.
it's just like, all right. So and then of course you'll have Seth be like, oh, like this is why. I mean, you could do the whole like, oh, like
If you're
maybe
going to
in the
do more than one of them,
yeah.
I would probably say the same thing for the main event. If you're going to do it more than once, then you could beat Cena, and if you're going to do this match more than once, you can beat Punk and AJ. But I don't think either of those two things are happening.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Maybe.
I feel like this doesn't have quite the serious, because I feel like you could ratchet up the intensity on this one, with some more promos, some more spots. Like maybe Seth, stomps AJ, and then it's like, all right, now I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unlike the main event, this is actually had a proper build.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Brock just came through, and he was just like, "I'm here, and I'm going to destroy you."
No reasons, just you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Christina Payne? And we already said hi to you, California Comics.
Like, you remember, what was it? I think it was a SummerSlam where he just kind of came out and just decided he was going to drop Cena over and over again just because he could. It's the exact same thing. It's like they reintroduce him, and then like, oh, he's scary, and then he's going to come right for Cena and beat him into the ground. It's just like, okay, I mean, why not build it like because really there's no motivation for Brock Lesnar other than he's been away for a long time and he just doesn't like John Cena. I just don't like you. And it's just like, okay. I mean, so he's going to beat him up just because that's what you normally do?
Yeah.
That's a question,
Now, if Seth got a dog, we could do the next round of Larry, AJ Lee, and CM Punk with Larry versus Seth, Becky, and their dog. Well, maybe they've got a kid. Can a baby fight a dog?
I don't know. I think that the dog may end up winning that.
How old's that Rollins child at this point?
I think like 3. Maybe
a 3-year-old versus a terrier.
I don't know. You gotta give Larry his credit. He's been in a locker room brawl before. He walked out still standing tall after. So it's like he's been in the back.
Did he bite Kenny Omega?
I don't know if he bit him. I think he lost a tooth because I think he accidentally got kicked, which was kind of
Oh wait, no, Ace Steel bit Kenny Omega.
Yes, Ace Steel decided that he was gonna bite in Larry's defense. I guess I don't know. But,
Ace Steel was showing up at our local wrestling at that time. So circumstances, we saw him have a match. Actually, Circumstance learned an ECW lesson. Ace Steel had a hardcore match, and he did one of those against Jeremy Wyatt, and he did one of those moves where we were sitting in the front row in the middle on the with hard cam behind us. And Ace Steel asked the crowd for a chair.
Oh, nice.
I grabbed Marcus. I was like, down. And sure enough, you could just feel the chairs going above your head. After like 30 chairs hit the ring, they're on the loudspeaker. Please stop throwing chairs.
I mean, I had never been in anything like that. The closest thing I had to that was Austin Aries was fighting against, I think, who was it? It was Austin Aries and Eric Stevens. So Eric Stevens was kind of, think of like a Braun Breaker type, maybe about like 20 years ago. And so he had this mohawk and everything like that. And so they were going for, they used to have, I think it was a Full Impact Pro Wrestling Championship in Ring of Honor. It was another belt that they had. And so they were fighting for that. And Austin Aries decides he's going to jump. And where we're sitting, he lands maybe like 2 seats next to me. I was like, oh, shit. I was just like, oh, that was quick. Because I was sitting there, he was up, and I was like, I don't think he's going to make it all the way out here. He made it with no problem. If I was like maybe a step and a half over, I was getting a knee right in the mouth. I was like, oh, wow.
Papa Wheelie says he has proof a baby can fight a dog.
You know what? We don't need to see it or hear any more about it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, geez. Baby versus dog.
This might be the last Sweet Chin music, so everybody be excited.
Is that actually Larry too?
I don't know.
Almost
I'm
looks
hoping
like
it has a happy ending.
Papa Wheelie, are you related to this chat? Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you would. That looks like one of Nora's videos there. So
All right. Well, it had a happy ending. I was worried we were
yeah,
gonna get canceled.
I was waiting for the baby to like drop kick the dog, or maybe the
for the dog
hit
to
the
get mad and just
clothesline.
maul the baby. But
Yeah, or a stiff headbutt or something. Anyway, yeah, let's see what's up next. Does anybody have anything else to say about CM Punk and AJ?
No, I think CM Punk and AJ go over. I think it's a fun and entertaining match.
I mean, that seems the way to go, but I also could see this whole 5 cards of being all baby faces then, and I don't know if that'll be what they do. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
I mean,
this feels a little thrown in. It feels a little thrown in.
I don't even. I mean, I haven't been paying a lot of attention on that. So has Drew actually really been on television much at all? Because I don't think he's been on really much at all.
No.
And what's his beef with Cody? You have a belt that I once won, and I want it back.
No. I mean, I think we don't have a lot of heels, so be prepared to work with me a few more times.
I don't mind it. I just think that this is. It's funny that a Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre match is the popcorn match. Really, is like the one that no one really cares about. It's like, I want to see these other ones.
I mean, it'll be good. Neither one of those guys stink up with a joint. It's going to be a service, like a good match. Yeah. I don't think they'll do anything embarrassing. It won't be a botch fest.
No, I think that
Drew's a pro.
I think for respect of Drew and I mean Cody's fine, but I think for respect out of Drew, like this isn't one that needs some build up. That should have had some proper build, and then he's an actual credible threat because everybody knows he's winning. Cody's winning. Drew is not beating him, so it's just like, there's I guess I don't want to say it's a waste, but where's the stakes in this one? Because Cody's winning. We all know that. Like Drew could definitely use a big win. He could actually use a little bit of a title run, I think, too. Not with that title, but with a title. So this kind of just seems like, like you said, we don't have enough heels. We'll just put them in there and let them have 10 minutes with Cody Rhodes and, just fill out the card.
Yeah, I was looking. There was a little bit of lead up to this, but it does seem kind of thrown together to me.
Yeah.
Up next, we have our main event, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and this has got probably the weakest build of them all. As we said, they only had a few dates. I will say the R-Truth Lesnar bit was good. Was that 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I thought that was good.
I don't even know who you are. I'm Ron Cena. He's like, what? That was
John.
Yeah, the way he looked at him was great. I didn't mind Brock doing his own promo. He wasn't like overly comedic, but he did well to play that in. And then I liked how he kept flipping from laughing at Truth and just getting real serious with him. It's just like, oh, okay. He's like, honestly, I really don't know. You need to leave because I don't care that you're here. Like, you can get out the ring. No, I'm not letting you do this. And then, so I thought that was kind of fun. Our Truth is a treasure. That's the one thing I will say. Like, Truth is amazing in any promo he does. So I like that. But I mean, this match, I have to think about how this will go, because does it actually need a definitive winner? Do we think that they're not going to do this again? Because I feel like they will. I think this could easily go into the disqualification route, where Brock just pounds him into the floor over and over again, and refuses to let go of a hold or whatever, gets DQ'd, and then just gives Cena a beatdown.
Yeah,
that's what I see for this one.
Ripping the pants is priceless.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he mooned the crowd.
I got blue underwear. He's such a bro, man. That guy cracks me up. Chris, can you carry this for a second? I'm gonna run out to the kitchen real quick. I need to get a glass of water and we'll I got a little tickle.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, anything you want to talk about WrestlePalooza, this match, card as a whole, or just start making fun of Pop if you want. I mean,
well, I was gonna ask Pop what his because I was gonna ask Pop what his thought on it is. Like any thoughts on the main event? Brock versus Cena. Like, where do you see this going, Pop? Because you've seen this before. I'm curious what your thoughts are on, the Beast versus, the retiring John Cena. Pop is typing away, so go ahead and give us his opinion in just a moment.
Cena wins fast and someone comes back.
Okay. All right. Cena wins quickly. I mean, I don't know that I would see it in that way, unless he surprises them. Like let's say like some stupid thing, like a quick, like some type of quick roll up, or just Brock does something, lands in an AA, gets dropped. Now you say somebody comes back. Who do you think? I mean, just throwing it out there because you said it. Who do you think potentially comes back for the show? Oh,
Yo.
Biggie shit.
I made it. I almost forgot.
Dang, Biggie. I was kind of wondering where you were, but I was like, well, he never replied today.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Pop.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know.
Well, because Pop said that he thinks that his prediction for the Brock,
guys.
Yeah, so he thinks that Brock, that Cena beats Brock quickly, and then somebody comes back. And so when he said that, I was kind of intrigued. Okay, like who do you think is going to pop back in? Like what surprise do you think that they can?
Randy Orton.
I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Randy Orton, comes to. I mean, what would he be going? I'm curious now. Like, so does he come out to go at Cena? Does he go at Brock? That's a good question. But
Biggie, we'd love to get your thoughts on this card. We actually just finished covering, going through the WrestlePalooza matches. Before that, we talked about the prices. WWE's charging, and then the fact that they're going to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. But I know if you wanted to just kind of give us a brief rundown of the card, like who you think will win. I'm going to skip the girls match because I don't feel like you'd care. But Usos versus the Vision of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Do you have a favorite in that?
Usos versus the two other guys. I don't know what's up with the Braun Breaker's homie, the other Big Simone, but they're treating him like he's a heavy hitter, so I'm gonna say they win.
And what was the AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch?
I don't know. I would hope that Punk wins, but every time I hope for Punk to win, he loses. So I'm gonna pick against Punk this time.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, if they're working a long program, I could see him losing. Otherwise, I think he'll win if this isn't going to get dragged out for a long time. I like I like how Becky's hiding from AJ.
You know, I was an AJ fan, but after hearing her talk a little bit, not so much. Not so much.
Really?
She's been saying some real stupid shit. Like I'm your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. She's a little more big headed than I remember her being. So I don't know what's up with her.
Yeah, I liked for all of you who don't know who I am, just know your Gen X parents are really excited right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I picked Punk 4 times now, and every time I pick him, so this will be the time he wins. But I feel like I'm bad luck, so I'm just going to pick against him. If he does win, good for him. I'll be happy because I do like AJ and Punk, but I'm just tired of picking him and then losing. So I'm just going to pick against him.
I thought it was funny. Boston Chris pointed out he didn't like, and now that he mentioned it, I didn't really care for that promo either, where AJ Lee talked about how I'm from New Jersey, so I'll shank a bitch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
yeah.
I hate that kind of talk. Is that what you're kind of talking about, Biggie? Like, because I didn't like that either. That kind of turned me off.
Yeah, there was a few. Her promos have not been working for me. She's very big headed, and I could see it. Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said too. I was just like,
it always aches my ass when somebody's like, "I'm from this city, so I can beat you up." Like,
she's like, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm from New Jersey and Puerto Rican, so I'll shank a bitch. I'm like, okay. I was like, relax, New Jack. I mean, New Jack actually stabbed somebody in the ring. You need to bring that type of credibility, have it on your resume before you do it. Don't give me that.
Yeah, I'm losing interest in AJ. I was very excited, and she's disappointed me a little bit. So.
Wait,
actually, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wait, I got one, Chris. JBL confronts Cena.
JBL? I mean, at this point, what's JBL going to do? Like, I used to be a wrestling god, and then Cena like AAs him and walks away. Like, I don't know. I think JBL's far past his wrestling days.
Yeah, that wouldn't be for me. Biggie, up next, we've got Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. We kind of said this match felt a little thrown together, but it is for the title, so.
Yeah, and it's 2 solid competitors.
That's right, Cody's still the champ. I'll go Cody.
Yeah.
See, isn't that sad that he had, like, And I thought the same thing the other day. Oh, that's right. Cody's their champ. Like, where, he just. And I get it. Everybody gets time off, so that's good. But
not just a champ. He's the top champion. And
he's the lineal champion. The guy who beat Roman Reigns.
Yep. And he
lost it to Cena, but then won it back. So he's still the guy that beat Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And then the main event, Cena
Cena versus Brock. Biggie, you're muted if you don't.
Okay. Yeah. Cena versus Brock. So hard to pick, dude. I think the Saudi Arabians are going to get what they want. They're going to want Cena to win.
Yeah. See, and unless you're doing more than one of these, I feel like Cena has to win.
Yeah, I can see him. I could see him. I could see him winning. I also could see it being, like a DQ thing to save it for because his last match is going to be in December at some point. So we're talking about 3 months, and I don't even know how many appearances he has left. But still, it's just I could see him doing like a DQ finish, and then maybe you suspend Brock for a little bit, and then he comes back and builds. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. I just think that I feel like either Cena winning by DQ, I could definitely see happening. I don't think he beats him clean though.
All right, guys, we're just about to hit 8 o'clock. We've now reviewed WrestlePalooza twice. Do you want to start going around the horn, Pop? You all right with that? You type up what you're typing. Boston Chris, where are you going to be this week?
So I will be on, I think, church on Sunday. Don't have anything else really happening. I think for the weekend, other than that,
Show up on the club, you coward.
I could actually, no, I can't. When I think about it, because tomorrow, my cousin's
that's right.
married.
You can keep running. Keep running.
Yeah, no, my cousin's getting married tomorrow, so I won't be around for anything tomorrow.
Making up a wedding to duck me from the club.
I mean, it just, you're an intimidating guy. What can I say?
Right.
There you go.
Me and Hudak did a graphic content last night, so if you didn't see that, go ahead and check that one out. And then I did have one more point I wanted to discuss before getting out. So with WrestleMania going overseas, one of the I would say this is a moment, if you're Tony Khan and AEW, you look to that to be like, hey, you know what? They're going overseas. We're going to go ahead and secure a show that we can have that will be on that same weekend. Kind of program
They
them.
talked about that on Busted Open, that now's the time to run a counter program, because what is the Wrestle Festival going to do? They always piggybacked whatever city WrestleMania was in. So, and all the indie shows that run on WrestleMania weekend, AEW's got an opening.
They have an opening and they have a chance to really make it big. So I say, you know what, do what you can, make sure that you put on the biggest show you possibly can. Even if you know that WrestleMania people are still gonna watch it, like put it there and it's like, hey, like, you can watch WrestleMania, but we're gonna be live here. Come here, because everybody that doesn't go to Saudi Arabia is gonna be stuck here with nothing to do other than watch WrestleMania at home. If you're gonna go ahead and give me a live event I can go to and check out and see something cool, why not? So that's my last thought on that one.
Yeah, I saw that on Busted Wide Open, and Bubba or whatever. He's a little excitable sometimes. Okay, you're gonna win some locals and price some tickets right, but it's a good idea. It's a good thought. Do a card worth watching, and people will watch, and people will come to it. Maybe start selling out some arenas, and some of the better fans will be there. It could be like ECW thing or something. So who knows, dude?
If I was Tony Khan and I didn't really need the money my company makes, I don't need to cut myself a big fat check out of this thing. Right now, I would be slashing ticket prices.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I would do family 4-packs. First of all, get rid of the thumbtacks, get rid of the chairs, get rid of the flaming tables and double hurricanranas off of telephone poles. Get rid of all that stuff. Make a family friendly product, and do like 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 pops for $40. Just pack that place with families.
Exactly.
That's how you counter WWE, right?
You reach out directly to the Kansas City crew and say, listen, we're gonna be running a show, right in St. Louis. Come on down. You guys like to sit together, don't you? Like, we'll pack the row with you guys. Speedball Mike Bailey's gonna be there. He's one of your boys. Come see him live.
I have 2 of his shirts. But anyway, guys, Biggie, where are you gonna be this week?
I'll be on Collector Club. We're introducing the Banger World Championship and the Big Boy Grail World Championship. Who will be the first?
Nice.
We'll talk about it, and we'll see how that goes. And everybody that's been on the show is welcome. Nobody concrete I know is coming for sure, so that's why I don't really promo it too heavy till I know for sure, but it's going to be a big show. I think we'll have a bunch of, Becker could show up. Bleeker said he might make it. I think Alan and Matt will be there, so we'll see. Maybe
I've
Darth.
got some access to Grind, so I might be a little late, but I will be there, and
Cool.
I've got some strong words for the tone. Tune in to the hunt. Or not the hunt, sorry. I got the smell of a lesser show. Now, tune into the club. and you will see me give my opinions on the tone.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chris, congratulations on beating Darth. I know that I'm a Beckerman guy, but you're still my buddy, and I'm glad you got the belt. Good for you, man.
That makes one of us, Biggie.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's glad this guy got the belt.
I'm not glad he got it. I'm just congratulating. I wish he would have lost.
Yeah, me too.
That's all we got.
Hey, you know what? I would belittle Boston Chris, but life beat me to it.
It's late, Pop. All right, yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I'm all out of watching All Out, but I'm all out of watching All Out, but I am all in on WrestleApalooza.